Assalamu alaikum. Today we're gonna have a vocabulary lesson 21 and lesson 22, page 83, part 1 83 and 87 in your book. And you can practice part 3, page 203 for the two lessons in part 3. So swiftly moving on, these 10 new vocabulary, we have asterisk, as you can see here. Asterisk is something to do with like a small note to indicate for something. Brochure. Brochure is just related to documents like small pictures, small magazine. Hypothetical, hypothesis, hypothetical. Something assuming, you assume something. Hypothetical. Perspectives, just the way you see things. Statute, related to law or rules. Bibliography, just series of books related to books. Discredit, and you just discredit something related to disbelief, okay? Jurisdiction is related to law, related to authority, to the power. Recession, like you're facing something and you just pause on trying to just withdraw to launch again. So you stop making a pause. Recession, like moving back, withdraw in order to just launch again. Thesis just very familiar. Thesis in writing, we have it. It's like your topic, your main idea for your topic, okay? Thesis. So let's go to through sentences. Before we start the sentences, context clue. You know, each word in English has more than one meaning. So it depends the words. It depends on the words, how they are used in the sentence. Here we're trying just to find a clue through the context, okay? So first one, some writers have a tiresome job. They are a difficult job of writing small type at the bottom. So their job is just to write what? Small type at the bottom of an advertisement. Information that is usually indicated by asterisk. So asterisk here mean what? Mean according to the sentence, small type at the bottom. Like a star. Give it at the bottom to indicate for something. Bibliography, look. Bibliography here in the sentence of or, you know, it's just conjunction. So, list of the books written about. See, this alternative biography means list of books, as you can see. Figure brochure. The advertised company's products has to be written someday. Often, such brochure pamphlets are written by writers to specialize in advertising copy. So here, brochure means pamphlets. Discredit. Editorial writers sometimes use their words to discredit popular ideas. So there is a popular ideas. These writers, editorial, trying to discredit those ideas. Why? Because they think they are misguided or false. They think this. How they do it? Causing doubt. It's just the same like to discredit these ideas, so I'm causing doubt. So according to the sentence here, the clue that we have here, discredit can mean causing doubt. Hypothetical. Non-fiction writer rely on a valid research. They rely on a valid research for their information. They might use hypothetical example in their writing. I use hypothetical that I'm assuming something, that it's either this is correct or incorrect, this is true or false, okay? But information presented must be based on established facts. So I have come up with an idea, a hypothesis, hypothetical example, in trying to prove whether this is wrong or right. This is assuming something, okay? Jurisdiction. Non-fiction writer might compare the crime rate. So look, there is a comparison. These comparing rate in two countries, in another countries. Who does that? The jurisdiction, so the power or the authority. Okay, the power or the authority will just compare to crime rate. Perspective. Some writers are allowed to discuss his or her opinion, his or her own perspective on the subject. Other times, so sometimes I'm free to discuss my perspective. Other times, he or she expected to keep what? To keep my perspective, which means opinion. Okay, so point of view or opinion. Sometimes I'm allowed to, and sometimes I have to keep it to myself. So there is synonym, opinion. So perspective here means opinion. Recession. When the economy is downturn, stuck, problem. Non-fiction writers who focus on economics might explore the causes of recession. So we said recession here could mean downturn. The context includes downturn. So this tag does not work correctly. Problem, obstacles with the economy. So recession, we want just to go back in order just to launch again. So here recession means to withdraw, to go back, to pause, to stop according to the sentence. Then number 9, statute. Other writers might look into the effect of the new law is having. A new law created a law. Is the state do accomplishing what it was intended to accomplish? So statute. The writers here, they look into the effect the new law is having. Is the statute accomplishing? So law, new law, it's like mean statute, a rule or a law. Thesis. Writing a school research paper is, of course, writing non-fiction. Therefore, establishing a thesis is the first step required. What is the topic? Seriously, it's just like explanation of the topic. Okay? What is the topic that is to be supported? So here, thesis means topic, main idea, what I'm going to write about. Hopefully, this is gonna help you. Just moving quickly because we use for lessons. You go to exercise 2, you try to find the definition, column A and column B, definition, and write it down. And you can have exercise 3. We do it as a homework usually. Now I'll move to lesson 22. Here we go. Sorry. Okay, we have bilingual. You know, bilingual, we say sometimes bilingual school, international school, national school, chronological. When it comes to writing, I believe these words are just familiar for you guys. Chronological. When you write, in writing, when it comes to writing, we need to put the events in chronological order, we said, chronological. What happened first, second, and so on. Denounce. You denounce something. You denounce something that you don't like. So it's like rejecting, refusing. Fluent. Infamous. No, fluent and famous, both adjectives, okay? Biographical, which is related to someone's life. Deficient, adjective. Dissuade, persuade, dissuade, okay, galvanize, and we have satirical or satire. Now, satire, this is used in the prose, in novels, satire, in short stories related to the irony, okay, satirical. Now, these are the words: bilingual, chronological, denounced, fluent, infamous, biographical, deficient, dissuade, galvanized, satirical. Again, like what we have done, lesson 21, we do the same thing here, okay? Context clue. What does the words mean in the sentences? So, the first word, bilingual. Most Mexican American writers are bilingual. Okay, then, what does it mean bilingual? Most of these Mexican American, are bilingual. The rest tells you what does it mean. Their ability to speak two languages. This is really clearly seen. So bilingual, ability to speak two languages. We move to 2. Biographical information about Mexican American author can be found in reference books such as contemporary authors and something about the authors. So it's very clear, I think. Just the information about the Mexican American and writers, okay? Biographical, someone's life written. So biographical information about Mexican, this is the definition. So it is biographical means information about Mexican American authors. Okay? Number 3, chronological. It would be interesting to see a chronological listing of works of a Mexican American author, comma, a list that would arrange the works by the years in which they were published. So chronological listing of the works of Mexican American. In other words, it's just a list that would be arranged in order. So chronological, the events happen in order: first, second, third. Chronological order. Logical, they are just arranged. Deficient. Collection of contemporary American poetry would be considered what? Incomplete or deficient. So we have synonym for deficient, which is incomplete, undone. Okay? We have denounce. So Mexican American literature is protest literature. In protest literature, writers denounce hypocrisy and condemn injustice. Look, we join this part and this part with and. So what they do, denounce hypocrisy. And what else? Condemn injustice. So denounce means condemn, refuse, reject. We go to dissuade. Writers such as Rodolfo Gonzalez encourage Mexican Americans to remember the traditions of their ancestors and try to dissuade them for adopting materialistic value. So you're trying to dissuade them from adopting. Trying what here? Here, to dissuade them. You're trying to persuade them not to do. Get them convinced not to do. Okay? Fluent. Mexican American writers who are fluent in both English and Spanish. It could be positive or negative, fluent. These writers fluent in both English and Spanish. Find it easy to move. So this is positive. Find it easy to use. Find it easy to move back and forth between two languages. So they can use the two languages. easy. So they are fluent in English and Spanish, as you can see. So fluent here, easy to move. Galvanize. Many Mexican American writers have hoped to galvanize the Mexican American community. Okay. Galvanize. They hope to galvanize the Mexican. They're trying to do something. Okay, what does it mean galvanize? We don't know. Let's move. To make Mexican American even more politically aware and to mobilize them act. So here galvanize indicate me to be aware and to mobilize. So galvanize, according to the sentence, aware and mobilize them to act. And famous. Reading Mexican American literature can help us better appreciate cultural differences. For example, we might find out that many Mexican Americans have respect of Pancho Villa, a man in 1877-1923, a man most Americans have traditionally been taught to consider infamous outlaw, breaking the law. So when you are infamous, you're breaking the law, the outlaw. So here means outlaw. You've been popular for just bad reputation. You've been famous for bad or popular for bad reputation, not for a good one. Satirical. So Mexican American writing is satirical. Okay, the same thing we have and. We don't know satirical, okay? But the fellow tells you the meaning. Books gentle fun. And books gentle fun. So satirical here in the sentence, books gentle fun. And customs of both Mexican American and American at large. So they're like sarcastic way. Like when we study stories, we have irony. Irony which is unexpected. We have verbal irony. Okay, and situational irony. So unexpected but in sarcastic way, in funny way. Okay, but I mean something else. So satirical, gentle fun. Okay? Now you can go to exercise 2, as I said earlier. Try to solve the question definition. And the best way, guys, to use dictionary. You can use your dictionary, okay? We're just moving very quickly. So, practice makes perfect. Guys, it's not just only to know the meaning. Just you need to use the words. So try to write some sentences. You can use a dictionary. It tells you a lot, okay? Thank you.